I'm here at the Princeton Children's Book Festival, and we're here with James Ransome. How are you, James?
I'm very good.
And James will be discussing it with us, the top 5 business illustrating tips for our viewers out there. So let's start with tip number 1.
First, tip number 1 is agent or no agent. It's really a tough call. I would suggest everyone start off on their own first. And then once you get a sense of the business and how it works, then maybe you should get an agent. But then if you feel, once you get to know people in the business, then you can sort of move away from your agent if you feel comfortable. But some people really feel more comfortable with an agent because they don't like doing that themselves.
So get an agent. Tip number 2.
The Graphic Artists Guild is a great source. There's a book that they print every year, has contracts, lots of information about other places you can contact to get information. But I would recommend getting a copy of the Graphic Artists Guild booklet.
Okay. Booklet number 2. On to our tip number 3.
The next tip would be SCBWI, the Society of Children's Books Writers and Illustrators. I would recommend you join your local group. They often meet at Barnes & Nobles. It's a wonderful place to sort of meet people who are just starting to get into business. There's usually someone there who's been in business for a while. They give you lots of good insider information about how to get published, how to work with contracts, and other tips. So I would strongly recommend joining the SCBWI.
On to our next tip.
The next tip is showing your portfolio. No one really shows a portfolio anymore. Everyone has a website now. You want to make sure your website is up to date. It's easy to navigate, and the most important thing, your email address should be easily accessible. I just went to a young student's website yesterday, and it was a fill-in form that I had to fill in to go to her website, which drives most people really crazy. So you just want to make just a website address so they can contact you.
And on to our last and final tip.
The last and final tip would be, we talked about showing your portfolio, about mailers. The way you get work is to actually send out postcards, and that sort of tells people, it's like your advertising. We all get those cards in the mail telling us to come to the large stores and the small stores to buy different things. Well, as an illustrator, you have to do the same thing. You basically have to send your cards out to publishers so they can see what you're doing and what your style is, and based on that, they will go to your website, see more of your work, and then they will contact you and offer your project.
Thank you so much. And back to you.